Welcome back to another Soul Food Sunday. If you read the title correctly, you already know that we are preparing Yakamein. If you've never heard of Yakamein, it is a New Orleans classic. Now there are different types of Yakamein, but we are creating New Orleans Yakamein. Baltimore have their version, Virginia has their version, but the only version I've ever known and grew up on was the New Orleans version. Now, Yakamein is called Old Sober. It's a Creole Chinese noodle soup, and it's known for curing hangovers with its rich beef broth, spaghetti noodle, soy sauce, and boiled egg. The dish blends Cantonese noodle traditions with Creole spices like Tony Sachet seasoning, and in New Orleans, we often serve Yakamein in a styrofoam cups at the corner stores or the festivals. Now in the beginning, you saw me boiling the egg, placing the boiled eggs in the cold water so I can take that shell off easily, and we boiled our noodles and drained those. I've chose to use fajita strips because they cook real tender and really quickly, but you can also use a pot roast and cut that up, or you can use a beef brisket. I've taken the liberty to add the seasonings that I used on my beef today. You are more than welcome to add on that beef so we can get it ready to cook in our pan. To sear off my beef, I am using extra light olive oil, but you can use whatever oil, neutral oil you'd like to use on your dish. But what we're going to do here is just sear off the seasoned beef. We're going to half cook the beef because remember, we have to cook the beef, continue cooking the beef in our beefy broth. So make sure you are half cooking the beef. And as you'll see momentarily, it's going to be seasoned well and it's going to be very juicy and very flavorful. Now once that beef is half finished, we're going to remove it and we're going to repeat the cycle. Add more seasoned beef to the oil, half cook it, and we're going to keep doing that until all our beef has finished. If you enjoy this type of content, subscribe to my channel. It is free. Hit a like and leave your girl a comment. What you see here is the fond. That is the brown flavorful bits that's inside the pan. We want to keep all of that. All of that is flavor. We're going to add soy sauce to our beef. Once we've placed that on top of that fond, we're going to add some Worcestershire sauce. I'm going to have the recipe and all the measurements at the end of the video, so please make sure you are watching to the end. Once you add your wet ingredients, it is super easy to scrape up that fond from the bottom of the pot, which is coating our beef perfectly. I'm adding my beef broth, and I ended up using like a carton and a half of beef broth, but this is the secret to the New Orleans Yakamein. Crab and shrimp boil from Zatarain's. When I say only just half a teaspoon because a little goes a long way. I've seasoned my broth. Make sure you are tasting as you go. I let it cook for 10 minutes, and now what you're seeing here, I'm going to skim the oil off the top of my broth. I don't want any of that in my bowls, the presentation, and just begin to skim off that oil because you don't want any of that in your food, and it leaves for a cleaner, tastier broth. Now once we skim the oil off, I'm going to add all of my peeled boiled eggs. We're going to add our uncooked shrimp because we don't want to cook those previously. We want those to cook in the broth so they can stay nice and plump and juicy. So all I'm doing now is just adding some dried parsley. I've tasted my broth. I like the way it tastes. It's not salty. Remember, you're using soy sauce and seasonings. You don't want a salty broth, so make sure you're tasting as you go. After adding the parsley, I cooked it for 15 minutes. My steak was nice and juicy. And now it is time to plate. Now you can add as little or as much noodle as you would like for your portion of the meal. But my preference is to submerge the pasta in the broth. I love the noodle to be submerged in that broth with a good ratio of meat and shrimp. And we're going to go and finish that off with some sliced green onions. And we are done. If you're enjoying Soul Food Sunday, don't forget to check out my other Soul Food Sunday videos. Thank you for staying to the end. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one.